am not a linear thinker. Never have been. The way I've tried to explain it to people is that my brain does not function like a list of checkboxes or even a running script on a teleprompter. My brain is like a bowl of noodle soup. Each noodle is a thought, and they're all thrown into a bowl of chaos broth that connects them. I'm used to this, and it makes sense to me, but when interacting with people who are linear thinkers, or if I'm trying to sort out my day or how I feel in a specific moment and communicate that, then I need to take each noodle out of the bowl and sort them out in a way that makes sense to other people. Not noodle soup. One of the adjacent effects of this is I love maps, particularly interactive ones. A list of lefts and rights when I'm trying to figure out where to go, absolutely no help whatsoever. I will get lost instantly. But a map with noted roads and landmarks, in particular, that's what my brain latches onto. It isn't even popular spaces, but just anything identifiable, visually. If someone told me to take a right at X Street, continue for 100 paces, and then a left at Y Street, absolutely not. However, walk towards the gnarled tree until you hit pavement, look for the pink building, and what you're looking for is a stone's throw from there. I would probably make it there with time to spare. It's not just directions either. I found out in my first year of university that this was perfect for how I learned as well. A professor I had introduced this idea of mind mapping, where instead of taking notes in a list, you create a web of ideas and thoughts and connect them together throughout the lesson. For a number of my friends in this class, they thought it was chaotic and weird, but for me, it was like a light went off. A way to take notes externally that resembled what went on in my head. Every chance I could, I would mind map my notes, or do a hybrid version in Microsoft OneNote, incorporating lots of color and doodles, images, personal remarks, and connections. Pretty much anything my brain associated with it in the moment, I would include, and it worked. Classes that I found a struggle became easier. I built deeper connections with course material and was able to connect associations with other things I was learning in completely different disciplines that had no business being put together, but it made sense and it worked. It's hard to describe the elation of finding something that works for you after years of not understanding why the standard worked for so many other people. And I know this method does not work for everyone. A good friend of mine would grow anxious just watching me take notes, just as how my brain couldn't absorb how she did hers. But we were both happy when our respective methods worked for each other. Maps work for my brain. And if you feel like sometimes your mind is a bowl of hot noodle soup too, maybe you should try it out. You might be surprised at what you discover.